Flosstube. My name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher. And this is my Flosstube channel where we talk mostly about cross stitch. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join me today. I've got a new start to show you, some whips, and lots of Jingle Ball Haul to share. I hope you all had a great week and your December's off to a terrific start. Let me know if you went to the Jingle Ball. I would love to hear what your thoughts were on it and if you had an awesome time. I know we had a number of new members join my Crafts and Books group on Facebook after the Jingle Ball. So it's really been terrific. And I had such a great experience with it. Now, I personally had technical issues. However, I was still able to do all the meet and greets, the free classes, watch all the main videos. Stitcher's yoga just cracked me up, and so did several other things like mixology from Teresa Kogut. It was a great time, and I hope you had a great time at the Jingle Ball as well if you were able to attend. So I'm going to start off with my new start. So with this one, I am just down to my 2 Rosewood Manors that I'm going to be starting around my birthday. And I'm so excited. I'm almost to the 60. Now this one, I started with Pages 3 Stitches, Kelly. And she's doing an entire color conversion. If you get a chance, I will tag her video below. Go and watch her latest video with the color conversion that she did. She also has it posted on Instagram, and it's just stunning. We both have fairly small starts, but oh my gosh, the fabric she chose is gorgeous. So I'm using the called for colors on mine. This is Come to the Garden by Teresa Kogut. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And it's a good size one too. It is 225 by 295. But at the bottom it says, "Come to the garden, thy senses shall be overjoyed." And I really love the called fors in here, so I stuck with that. But man, I might have to do it twice and beg Kelly for the color conversion after seeing her start on it. So I just got a tiny start. I am using Bee Stitch Me lightly salted, not roasted in 25 count. And so this is where I'm at. I started this Thanksgiving weekend. So yeah, mostly a little bit on the border and some flowers, but it's so pretty. And yeah, I am going to really enjoy stitching on this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And yes, all the colorful colors. Yeah, I didn't change anything though. Let me think for a second. All right. The next one that I worked on, I'm doing this one with Laura. Sorry, Laura. Stitches by the Shore. It's Librarian Sampler Sal. And this is Librarian's House by Stone Street Stitchworks. So I put about 250 stitches in it, I believe. And Laura's a little bit further along than I am. And she's changing out some of the colors to add more blues to it. But this is where I'm at right now. I am using Dust Bunny's medium from Dying for Cross Stitch. And I believe this is 20 count. Or no, I'm sorry, it's 18 count. And yes, I am using the called for colors in this. And it's quite pretty. I love this fabric. Dust Bunnies is one of my favorite neutrals. And yeah, I haven't received it yet because the post office is very slow right now. But I did take advantage of Dying for Cross Stitch's Black Friday sale and ordered a few fabrics. One I'm going to use for my next long dog start, but I can't start it until I finish at least one long dog. But I already picked out the fabric. There's several people, I've seen it on Flosstube, and then a few people in my group are starting fish and chips. Becky, who's a friend of mine, and she's also in the group, and Jennifer, they both finished it, and it's gorgeous. So at some point, I'm definitely going to start it. But Laura, Stitching by the Shore, and Sarah in my group are starting it January 1st. So that's exciting. January 1st, I'm going to work on one of the long dogs that I already have. Because I have like Santa Quill, I have Pilgrim, I have the New Normal, I have Pandemic, and what's not the new huge one, Saga, but the other one with the arches in it. And I can't, the Pointed Fifth. That's it. Totally blanked on the name. So yeah, I have a few long dogs, but I'm going to count it even if I finish just Santa Quill, because Fish and Chips isn't one of the largest long dogs, so I'm not going to feel guilty if I just finish Santa Quill and start Fish and Chips, so I can stitch along with Laura and Sarah. All right. Now let's see. Speaking of Santa Quill, where are you? I actually pulled him out and got in about 200 stitches on Santa Quill from Long Dog Samplers. Now I am using Weeks Dye Works Fathom as my main thread. I don't know if it'll show up on here, maybe over here. But it's kind of got black, really dark navy, charcoal, gray. So there's a little bit of variegation to the color, which I really like. And if you're not familiar, this is Santa Quill, and it's a smaller long dog. It's 223 by 131. And that's a picture of what it'll look like. And my friend Gail added a little bits of red here and there onto the pattern. I think the hat she changed to red, and the hearts that are in Santa's sleigh. Now, I know this isn't going to show up very well on camera, but I am using, for the snowflakes, I'm using the Etoile instead of the plain white. And this is where I am in Santa Quill. So I got a couple hundred stitches in this one. This is my alma mater. I'm working on my PhD, projects half done. So me. And this is Stonehenge from Bestitch Me, and this is 18 count. I do like him. This is a fun stitch. It really is. And I was really glad I got it back out again to put some time into it. I would love to finish him for get some Christmas projects done before the end of the year. That would be nice. It was really nice over the last 2 weeks to just have the one new start that I needed to do. And then I've got the 2 more for the Rosewood Manor coming up. But with only having one new start to worry about, I was able to like go through my whip pile. And not just the 60 that I'm doing for this year, but some of my older things. Like Santa Quill is older. And I also pulled out an older one. And this one, where did I put them? This one has been in timeout for well over 2 years. I'm thinking it's closer to 3 or 4. But so it's just teeny tiny, a little bit done. I have the magazine, and I also have the actual folded pattern. This is Mid Amish Life from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And I had done all of like about an inch of the top border and a cloud since you last saw it. And that was like 3 years ago. I did I was going back through my Flosstubes trying to figure out when I last worked on it. And I found one from about 2.5 years ago, but I had filmed it just after my mother had passed away. And it looks like it was in my plans to work on it, and I never did. I've come to the conclusion the reason this stayed in the bag for so long and didn't come out is, one, I had the wrong size needle. So when I started it 3 or 4 years ago, I just grabbed any old needle and it was way too thick for this 20 count fabric. And two, I was using 2 threads instead of 1, and with this extra thick needle, and it just was not working for me. I have a feeling I probably got sore hands from working on it. And the last time you saw it, I only had this little bit of cloud done here and this little here. So now I've gotten more clouds added in. I've got a shadow. I've gotten more clouds added in, and I started down on the farm field. And I switched over to a more appropriate tapestry needle and doing 1 thread. Since I had like, this much done on the clouds, I kind of left it with the 2 strands. But the rest of it, I'm going to be doing 1 strand. And I'm so glad that I pulled this out of my UFO pile, because now I don't want to put it down now that I'm doing it with 1 thread and a better size needle, and much happier about this. And boy, you can tell it's been like bundled up in a bag for like years. It is so wrinkled. But yeah, I'm so happy I've pulled this back out again. I blame Bridget. She and I were going back and forth messaging each other. She's also in one of the admins in my group, and we'd been messaging each other about this. And of course, Blitz Stitch is the one I was following for a long time. He's a fellow Flosstuber, and he's completed this, and it's just stunning. And Rachel Q Stitches, she's currently working on this, and it's amazing to watch as well. So I'm really happy to have this back out again. In fact, I'm having a hard time putting it down. It's so much more enjoyable now. I do realize that I had this fully kitted up at one point, but I think over the years I've probably robbed some flosses out of here for other projects. So I'm going to have to get a few more colors. But for the most part, yeah, I'm good to go. And I have the actual magazine I have in plastic wrap so that I don't damage it. And then, made photocopies of this so I don't write on this either. But yeah, A Mid Amish Life is amazing. It's a gorgeous pattern. And I think Joanne in our group also she's the eclectic stitcher. She's so much fun to watch. But she's planning on doing, let's see if I've got a better picture of it. Yes, down here. Just this first panel here with the quilts. And I'm like, yeah, go for it, because these quilts are so pretty. I think that's a great idea. I am doing it as all one together and not the triptych. So yes, this is going to be a big project. Not going to be done anytime soon, but I'm so glad I pulled this back out again. Happy, happy, happy. Just realized I really kind of like match, or I guess it's kind of 2 different reds on my Christmas shirt. It says, "Don't stop believing." Now, next up, I pulled this out. This was one of my 60 starts, but it got tiny, tiny little start on it, and I hadn't gotten back to it, so I pulled this one back out again. It is Garden Samplers by the Prairie Schooler. I am doing this third one here. So sorry to hold it like right in your face, but this is the one that I'm working on right now. I do plan to do this one as well with the birdhouse. Not sure about this one, but definitely these two. And I've started this one. And when I started it, I mean, I did like what I would consider even below the bare minimum. I literally did just these two little leaves here and part of this vine. So now I've added in the top of the little garden here, and I don't know if you can see, it's hard to see, but there's quite a few ecru stitches in here as well. And this, my needle minder, queens are born in December. Yes, please. Oh, and I'm dropping threads. Oh, forgot. I am doing this on Dusty Cottage from Bestitch Me, and this is 20 count. Yeah, you really can't see, but honestly, there are ecru stitches in here. This is a very nice stitch, and I do like Prairie Schooler. I mean, of course, you know, everybody knows the Prairie Schooler Santas, but they really do have some lovely other patterns. The Soulful Stitcher, she did a Prairie Schooler village that was really, really pretty. Now, this next one, you've seen it a few times. This one is Pumpkin Colored Autumn, and I am doing this one for Laura's Stitching by the Shore birthday sal, and it is Pumpkin Birthday Sal, and we started in October. And so this is Pumpkin Colored Autumn by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I am using the Owl Forest threads with this one. And I looked on my chart, so I did just a little over 400 stitches in this, according to since the last time you saw this. And I'm working on, whoops, come here. This is on Dying for Cross Stitch, Winter Wonderland Medium, 20 count Ada. And so this is where I'm at with that. This is so pretty and fun. I just love the colors on this. This squirrel is going to be adorable when I finish him. Yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this one. It's a very fun stitch, and Owl Forest works great in Pattern Keeper, which is fantastic. Makes life a whole lot easier. Whoops, there you go. Okay. Let's see. This one. Okay. So I just have one left to show. For whips. Now, for some reason this doesn't print very well. It's actually much prettier in person and for the cover sheet when you look at it on the computer. But this is Stacy Nash Primitives, and it's the stables at Hollyberry Farm. It's a beautiful pattern. I am doing this on 36 count Edinburgh linen in Vintage Country Mocha. And I started this with Hannah Dowling, and it got put away for quite a while, unfortunately, but it is back out now. And I'm just loving being able to dive into my whips and not have to worry about how many things I have to start that week to keep up with the 60 starts. So, didn't get a lot done. It's just come back out again. But just finished off the tails of these two leaves and started on the rooftop on the house. Jennifer, who's in my group, tells me this house is no joke. But I am enjoying stitching on this. I just prefer to do this one, linens and things that I'm doing over two. I do prefer to do it when I'm not on Zoom because I make silly mistakes if I'm on Zoom and trying to do linen. I'll do like over one, over three, I just make a mess. So this is one of my stitches I do when I'm not on Zoom. And so this was nice to pull this back out too. I can't, for someone that absolutely loves new starts, and don't get me wrong, I still love new starts, but I'm ready for a break. And I am planning on sticking to 2 finishes to 1 new start. So I have to finish at least 2 things before I can start anything new. So that'll still be dwindling down my whip pile. And I'd like to start a couple of Christmas ornaments too, so that I've got some things for my tree, because I really don't have much cross stitch on my tree. All right, so haul and goodies. I'm going to start with a goodie first. Actually, let me just do a quick thing on, if you haven't seen it, if you're new to my channel, you might not have seen before. I am doing a Rosewood Manor B-Day Sal. So it's also posted over on my Instagram. So it start any Rosewood Manor in December, and just do Rosewood Manor B-Day Sal. So I am starting 2 for my birthday because I just could not decide which one I wanted to start on. So I am starting Dorney Lane. And this is going to be stunning because I got the Vicky Clayton silks for this one. And oh man, are they beautiful. So that's one of them. And then, and this is in one of my project bags from Patchwork Crossing. Isn't that pretty? I thought with all the reds, it went very well, Dorney Lane. And the other one that I'm starting is Blue Rhapsody. So pretty. And blues are my favorite color. So blues and greens. Oh, I'm anxious to start both of these. I will probably start one this weekend and then one on my birthday, because my actual birthday is pretty full up for things that I'm doing. So those are the plans. And then that's it. I'll have all my 60 new starts. I do plan on doing 2 whip parades, just to break them up into more viewable chunks and not like a major movie. So I will do 1 whip parade that is my older whips, and then one that is all of the 60 starts that I did over the course of the year. So I'm going to try and get the older whips one out first, and then probably the very end of the year, close to the end of the year, do the 60 starts whip parade. All right, now first let's do a goodie that I got. If you followed me before, I've done, or I'm working on, hello. I am working on a couple Stitches So Beautiful patterns. And I had spotted there was an issue with Pattern Keeper where it was reading a couple symbols exactly the same. So I emailed it off to Valerie, who's the creative mind behind Stitches So Beautiful. And so she made the correction and sent it out and gave me a free pattern for letting her know about what the issue was. And boy, is it hard not to start this one because it is gorgeous. This is Stained Glass Tree of Life from Peaceful Art Colors, charted by Stitches So Beautiful. Holy cow. That is absolutely stunning. I am so in love with this one. Again, it is not going to get started this year, but it is on my wish list to start next year. And this is 400 by 400 and has 98 colors. So it's going to be a big one, but oh, can you just, it is, wow. Okay, and I totally admit it. I'm a huge Loki fan, and the Loki TV series that was on Disney. And if you're a Loki fan, you will totally get this with season 2. So, wow. Just the colors in this are spectacular. I'm so in love. All right. Now, quick thing about unicorn charts. Amid Amish life, I know is a unicorn chart for a lot of people. And I will, whenever I get Amid Amish life done, I will probably pass the pattern along. But it's not going to be soon. But so I've been watching Kim Hollenbeck, who's a Flosstuber, and sad to say my bad, kind of off and on over the years. And she's been doing, a while back, she did a pattern called Macintosh Mill, which I absolutely loved. It's Charles Wysocki, which is just one of my styles with the folk art. But it was a discontinued pattern. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And trying to find it on eBay for anything under $50 for the kit was crazy. And I've seen them bid up to like $70 or $75 for Macintosh Mill on eBay. Well, I came across on eBay. I've been following it and looking every once in a while on eBay and other places to see if I could find it because I've always wanted it. So, and yeah, it kept on being like $50, $60, just like, I'm not paying that much for one pattern, I'm sorry. Or for one kit. And I probably would have eventually caved at some point because I really do like this one. But I came across an eBay seller who just had this thing listed as 2 dimensions kits without the names on them until you get down into the details. And the price for these 2 dimension kits was quite a bit less than what Macintosh Mill was going for by itself. So, not only did I get Macintosh Mill, which I just love, I really enjoyed watching Kim Hollenbeck work on this. And when she got it done, it was just so beautiful. But it was 2 dimensions kits. So here I got one of my unicorn charts that I've been wanting for years. I think like 3 years. I don't want to make it sound like it's been decades, but I think it's like 3 years I've been keeping an eye out for this. The other one that was with this 2-pack of dimensions kits was Scenic Farm by Mildred Sands Kratz. And I really like this one as well. See if we can get it without the glare. There we go. See, I really like this scene as well. Beautiful. So yeah, I got both of these for a good deal less than what Macintosh Mill was going for by itself on eBay. So I'm happy. All right. So that leaves me with Jingle Ball Haul. So if I show any patterns that you also bought at Jingle Ball, let me know. I would love to hear what you picked out as well. Now, I do have two things that I am getting sent via the mail, snail mail, hopefully here before Christmas. I did opt to get the Jingle Ball ornament book via hard copy. Just, I would love to have that kind of as a memento. Because I think there were at least 8 patterns in there that I would really do. So I was very comfortable with getting the hard copy. And then I ordered something from Heartstring Samplery that Beth Twist's husband was making. But I'm unfortunately not going to be able to show it on here until I get it and then send it off again because it's a gift. So, but it was really pretty. And if you go on Heartstring Samplery's Instagram account, you can probably figure out what it was. All right, so let's get started with what I got at Jingle Ball. Because I was either really bad or really good. It all depends on your perspective. But there were a number of free patterns that I also picked up. Several of them, it's kind of hard to show because the pattern and the picture are on the same page. But let's start with the Heartstring Samplery exclusive, which was Go Tell It on the Mountain. And that's this one here. I love this one. Now, the funny thing is because I knew that there was, they had mentioned there was a good chance that the woodwork item that I ordered would sell out. This is what happens when you have literally not spoken all day today. So, tongue-tied. So I went right into Heartstring Samplery as soon as the Jingle Ball opened, basically, to pick up this item for a gift. So I almost completely forgot till Sunday afternoon to go back and buy the pattern that I wanted. So yeah, it was like Go Tell It on the Mountain. And so pretty. I really like this one. I'm really looking forward to stitching that. It's going to be a great and needed addition to Christmas. Christmas decorations. One of the other ones that I was also really excited to get was the collaboration between Hello from Liz Matthews and her mom, Kathy Barrick. So this is Santa and the Woolmakers, and I love it. So, so pretty. And this honestly was the only one I was going to get from the Liz Matthews store. I wasn't going to get anything else. I just wanted the collaboration. But I kept looking at To All a Good Night, and I ended up getting both of them. You do know that pattern collecting and cross-stitching are entirely two different hobbies, right? These are so pretty. I love these. And the next, Janine McGowan, bless her heart, I just love her. She's so sweet. And my opinion, she won the dance-off. Hands down won the dance-off, but I thought she was awesome. So when I had to get this one, and too bad Kiwi and Chloe aren't here to give their seal of approval, but this is from Janine McGowan, The Blue Flower, 12 Cats of Christmas. Had to have that one. And there's multiple patterns in here, so it was a good price point. Oh, I'm very happy with that. And then, of course, Emily, a friend of mine in my group, mentioned the Ghosts of Christmas Past from Ink Circles. And it's a collection of ornaments, and it was on sale. Had to. I mean, look at all these. These are terrific. I love these. I'm glad I got these. These gonna be great ornaments. Laura Stitching by the Shore is going to be doing another ATC swap, artist trading card swap. If you want to know more about it, she just did a video on it, and you can go jump in on that. So several of these would be great for an ATC swap. And because I was in Ink Circles and this was on sale, I was looking around in the shop, and they had some older patterns as well as brand new ones. And this one is Stained Glass Christmas, which was also on sale at the Jingle Ball. So it's 2 ornaments and 2 smalls. Really pretty colors. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not done. Oh, that was really bad. Next one. Ooh, I gotta take a quick pause. Back. So then I hit the Tiny Modernist shop. And I'm not much of a peoply person, but for some reason this one really got me. This is the Yule Goddess by Tiny Modernist. I believe this is available on her website. It's one of the older patterns. But I just really liked it, and I love this greenish fabric in the background. And I think she's really pretty. So this is the Yule Goddess. And then my last one, Laura popped on the Zoom with us on Monday night. She got this one as well, and we both thought the same thing when we saw it was ATC trading cards. This is from Satsuma Street, and it is Winter Woods. Look at that. I think the colors are so pretty, and oh my gosh, there's the fox and the owl, the polar bear. This is great. Jody, who is Satsuma Street, did a free class during the Jingle Ball on finishing perforated paper ornaments, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. So, beyond the tech issues that I had, which I'm not sure what happened with that, I've got a couple ideas for next year so that I can fully participate. I had a really great time. The meet and greets were wonderful. Getting to hear from every designer that was there. And then Stephanie Lindy Stitches yoga. It was so much fun to watch. And the dance off was fun. Oh my gosh. And I still think, yeah, Ginny McGowan won the dance off, in my opinion. And yeah, if you watch Stitcher's Yoga, be careful on that Lowry stand pose, because, I would definitely fall over on that one. But that's all I've got for now. So my next regular video is in 2 weeks, and that'll be a little bit after my birthday. I can't believe I'm turning 60. It doesn't feel like it, and I don't feel 60, whatever it's supposed to feel like. But I should have at least one of my whip parades up before my next regular video. And, I'm excited. 2 more to go. And then I can focus on doing Whip Warriors group, and working on getting my whips down, the acrostic puzzles in my group, and a couple other groups that I like doing the acrostic puzzles on are counting challenges, and really just making a big dent. I hope to have, I won't say a lot, I hope to have, because I do love huge projects, I hope to have a number of decent finishes next year. I'm going to cross my fingers. All right, I think that's everything. I will see you in 2 weeks, if not before, with one of my 2 whip parades. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and take care of each other, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thanks for joining me.